One of the great venues to watch a game in any sport and one of the best home crowds in any sport. Soldier Field in Chicago. Tonight, it's our first Monday night game of the new season, and we've got a good one coming up, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Chicago Bears. Evan McPherson has this one teed up, and off we go to wrap up a busy weekend of football. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin. Just off Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan. That's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. Tonight, it's our first Monday night game of the new season, and we've got a good one coming up, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Chicago Bears. Evan McPherson has this one teed up, and off we go from Soldier Field. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line.
Hey, we gotta snap it. We gotta snap it.
Watson, off play action. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. KJ Hamler, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. Here's Pacheco headed right. Good move at the 30. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Going deep here for Watkins. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a 1st down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Now Wilson on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Boy, nearly intercepted right away.
Can't really fault the coverage. The ball was tipped and popped up in the air, but they were unable to complete the tip drill for the interception.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Wilson. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, to have that dagger play, to have that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. CeeDee Lamb is intended target, but it's going to be second down. Wilson swings this one out wide for Pierce. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Wilson will throw again. And that is incomplete.
How about that? With man coverage, he decided to test him early. And they put to the task and force the incompletion.
This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on 4th down, and the Bears will get the football back. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. Powers ahead at the 45. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. Gosh, when you've got Deshaun Watson, Charles, executing a run-pass option, that puts the defense in a tough spot, does it not?
It does, and what I liked is that you called me this week, watching your own video, your own tape, and you said, I think the runner's going to pop a few this week because of what we've seen from Deshaun Watson. His ability to get to the corner, that's where the focus will go.
A gain of 3, second down. Again, it's Pacheco, and he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. That is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. I got nothing after that try.
Yeah, don't even try.
I mean, he tried it from the parking lot. On first down, Wilson. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Okay, so roughing the passer, I've got to imagine that's the last thing you want to see week one is your quarterback taking an unnecessary hit.
I think you're exactly right about that. You hate it any week, but boy, are you on target. This is, this depending on him to take him through 17 games, so you definitely can't let him get hurt right now.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. This is caught, and in for the Lions touchdown. CeeDee Lamb, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Lions put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. At their own 21-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week one. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like it. I like the observation that you had there, because when you give him different looks and give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a little bit longer to process sometimes, and you don't throw the ball with the same confidence. You're not sure that that's where you should go with the football, and that's worked for the defense early in this game. And now he's got his first completion. Let's see if his confidence comes back and he starts to get into a nice little groove.
Here we go on 4th. Watson, he's going to look deep for Watkins. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. First and 10, it's Pierce. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Dameon Pierce, a 21-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll take us to the end of the first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 9. Now it's Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
To throw is Watson. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. And a nice play there defensively. And this is a new acquisition, Charles. You and I were talking about it pregame. Just signed as a free agent earlier this week.
Love when they pick up those guys with something to prove. Because any guy who's a free agent off the street, no one else wanted him. So he wants to prove to the rest of the league, you should have signed me first.
And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
They go play action now. Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cameron Jordan so tough to block as he gets in there to record the sack. I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Wilson. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And a gain of 4 gets them right to the midfield stripe.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Pacheco gets it again on second down. That's a strong run. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 42 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Watson. Here as he's taken down. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Wilson. That's underneath to Pierce.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Now this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Play action. Now Wilson. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 23 yards the pickup there.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Lions.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down.
And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Touchdown! Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes.
And the Lions are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes the score 21-0.
Bears nothing. Evan McPherson set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now a dump off here complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
He'll go up top here for Hamler. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Oh, I don't know if he's sensing contact to come or what, but that's a ball he'd love to have back. That could have gone for big yardage, but it just didn't want to stay in his hands. That's a tough break.
A run by Pacheco on second down. And they can't bring him down. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 66 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Looking to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. And, Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. Time that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there, and you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game, but ultimately you really can't force what isn't there.
After the interception, here's Wilson on the move to his left, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football, and on that play they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Now it's Wilson. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. Wilson. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Now they're going option play on 3rd down. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. A run by Pierce begins the 2nd half. A solid stiff arm. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. 85 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Oh, and that is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Wilson's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown.
He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first. Here's Wilson. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, Wilson. Man open, here is Jones. Touchdown, Detroit. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Lions are able to widen their advantage. And McPherson on for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Lions 28, Bears nothing. Evan McPherson set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. Let's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down. He'll drop to throw. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he's got this down to the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Pacheco gets it up the gut. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Second and a couple. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Quez Watkins, 27 yards. And the Bears get a bit closer. Well, this opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but, yeah, that touchdown, maybe a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there, maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin first and 10. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 94 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now a throw here to his running back.
Pierce has it knocked loose. But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Well, number one on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the third, that right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic Oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
It's a well-designed play here. 3 wide receivers in the formation. They're all going to run deep routes to put pressure on the safeties, and then they let their tight end cut his route off a little shorter and work toward the middle of the field. That's a difficult route to try to defend.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 13-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Isaiah Pacheco.
A 13-yard touchdown run.
And the Bears are able to cut into that deficit.
Butker on for the PAT. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Their own 18-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
Here's Wilson.
Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. They'll throw on first down with Wilson, eluding the pressure right.
That is caught by Lamb.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Here's Wilson to throw.
Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Give left side for Pierce.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. On second down, here's Wilson.
Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Dameon Pierce, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Lions are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Watkins. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Again, that's Watkins. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. And quickly, they get to the line. They'll look to throw again. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Marcus Peters on the coverage.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 15-yard line.
Pacheco gets it and tries the left side.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco.
Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Bears have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Butker now to add the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Now Wilson. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll run here with Pierce. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Dameon Pierce with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Lions have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Evan McPherson set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback, and even a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
The Bears on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. He had the good earlier, throwing his first career touchdown pass. Now the bad, his first career interception.
So you had to have some balance at some point, right? Isn't that what we all seek in our lives? But here's the thing. He had the success, you mentioned it, through the touchdown pass. Sometimes you press it a little bit more, try a few other things, but that's how you learn. He'll throw.
And this is caught. And in for the Lions touchdown. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Lions have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the fourth. Russell Wilson now will bring his guys up to go for 2. Wilson going to throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth.
Bears 21. Evan McPherson set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now, as they've got it first and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to try and go deep again.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Looked like they were set up defensively in a zone coverage, but somehow they found a seam because that receiver all alone. By rights, that should have been a touchdown, but somehow this ball's overthrown.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Back to throw again. Over the middle, complete. It's Patterson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Again, he'll drop to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's fourth down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, they came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the fourth.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early, but give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly.
Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. Little insult to injury here late in the game. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season.